Yo, what is up, nerds?
We have returned, everybody. What's good?
Yes, after a long while away, might as well call this season two. Nerdcast podcast. Some people might think it's season three, but the first little run was a test run. Believe we're coming up. Actually, yes, we're coming up on a year. We are at, let's call it a year.
hmm
We started this during the playoffs last year.
That's right.
Yep. And we are now watching the second day of the playoffs. Jeez, the games have been so good, so exciting. But we are going to start with NFL. Surprise. Guys didn't expect that,
Foot,
did you?
football.
A little football during the NBA playoffs. We're just going to talk about Lamar Jackson and, well, the Ravens and Odell Beckham and Lamar Jackson. Exact.
Yep.
So Odell signs with the Ravens, and I'm guessing they're insinuating that that means Lamar is staying, right?
I think that's like a big thing the Ravens organization is hoping for because they're like, well, what if we gave this much money to a player like Odell and then we gave you this much money for like your max contract idea? And they're like, and it's Lamar doesn't have an agent, so he's doing a lot of this work himself. And like, I mean, props to players that can do that. I personally don't think I would. Obviously, you're giving up a lot when you work with an agent because agent is very much a middleman. Like, I think very necessary when you're getting into the league or something along those lines. But then once you're in there long enough and like understand how things kind of work out, yeah, sure, go ahead and represent yourself. Roquan Smith did it with the Bears. That was kind of a hot mess, but hey, he's with the Ravens now, so he adds to that like defense right there. And that is also probably an enticing thing. Is not that the Ravens defense is like stellar by any means, but if they can keep adding or like at least like making themselves look like a viable target, I think it's a smart move. But we'll see how much Lamar is willing to bend.
Well, see, I always thought the idea of not having an agent and representing yourself was pretty interesting, especially when it comes to the black player, which I haven't been too well versed on, how many white players that have been that represented themselves. But it seems to me most of the time it gets attention is when a black player does it, and you see the whole time it's they kind of get their roses thrown at them for representing themselves and doing it well when they're
Mm,
working with the team. But then the moment they want you know money that the organization doesn't want to give them, it kind of becomes a problem, and it kind of everybody, they get that narrative of you know they're not trained in this. This deal would have been done if they had had an agent, and now
mm,
they're probably going to lose money or blah blah blah, whatever they're going to say about it. When like the whole time, to me, I'm thinking Lamar Jackson has the leverage because he will be fine no matter what deal he gets on
mm.
the team. The Ravens need a quarterback now.
hmm
They really don't have any options.
Right. And like, I think the worst thing about it is I think the Ravens organization was selling themselves to Odell so well that again they were hoping that that would be a saving factor for Lamar. But like, let's say it's not. Now the Ravens have to hope some type of quarterback might potentially fall to them in the draft, which I mean that's not going to happen unless they're somehow going to trade their way up, but I don't like see anything that they could truly offer for that type of trade. Um so now Odell is stuck with a potentially young quarterback or some midline quarterback like Ryan Hoyer.
even no matter what their position is in the draft, they can have the number one pick in the draft.
Mm.
Finding a player
With that type of like athletic ability, yeah.
not even that type of athletic ability, like on that tier of quarterbacking, is far in between.
Mm.
Franchise generational quarterbacks come along, ever so often,
Right.
and they're taking a gamble on one of the best we've ever seen,
Mm.
especially with that skill set. He's the best, we've seen as a quarterback up to now. Justin Fields may be coming in, but
Yep.
we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, they're really playing with fire. And honestly, I know they're saying that you know Lamar recruited OJ or OJ OBJ.
That'd be an interesting team up.
That would be incredible. The best running team in the league. But yeah, I know they're saying Lamar recruited him, but we don't know when that was. Was that before he requested a trade? Because
Yep.
it happened pretty quickly. And is this a slap in the face that he gets 15 million guaranteed? And like that's gonna be like, oh wait, I'm glad. And they save so much money. Yeah, they're overpaying for OBJ,
Yeah.
but they got him, and that Lamar wanted him because he has two ACL tears
Yep.
back from. Like
Hmm.
I like OBJ and everything. Everybody loves him, but
Yeah, but that those are hard things to recover from because you never truly do for the most part.
yeah, I mean that sounds that that sounds like a reach, expecting him to save the franchise and be the player that Lamar Jackson has been looking for,
Hmm.
the help he's been asking for. What do I know?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But of course, it's still a talk in progress. We know little to nothing about it, so
I
we'll see.
I'm a nerd. I know that much. For the NFL, I'm a nerd for I'm pretty much a nerd for football. I guess NFL. I don't watch much college. I need to. I'd like to.
College is one of those things where it's going to be a lot of great plays because the conferences are not well balanced.
I think that's probably why I don't watch it as much. I don't have like a real team, so like parity wouldn't be fun.
Like I have a team like 100% Wisconsin Badgers all the way, but like still like even watching those games, it truly depends because like the Badgers, for example, aren't the best college team, but you put them against like a bottom tier D1 school, they're gonna show up. Although like Wisconsin did just pick up Cincinnati's former head coach that carried them to like some playoffs and like championship games, and he brought over a lot of his staff, and that helped a lot of recruitment. So the Wisconsin Badgers are actually kind of looking pretty good. The
Okay.
last time they were solid was when we had Russell Wilson, and
Oh man, that guy. We'll see.
he was just an NC State transfer. So
We'll see where that goes. But we're coming up on time, so we'll end this in this segment right here and come back to you guys in a second.
we'll be back.
Hey nerds, please.